Welcome everyone to another spine-chilling tale from the depths of the unknown. Tonight we venture into the cold, isolated wilderness of northern Canada, where a group of friends face something they never expected, something far beyond the realm of the ordinary. In the snow-covered forest, where silence reigns and the nights are long, they encountered a creature of legend, the Wendigo, a being driven by an insatiable hunger. It hunts those who dare venture too deep into its domain. But was it real, or just the stories told to scare the unwary? Let's begin. In the remote wilderness of northern Canada, four friends, Mark, Sarah, Jamie, and Alex, planned a weekend camping trip to escape the hustle of city life. They chose a spot deep in the forest, far from the nearest town. The area was known for its breathtaking beauty, especially in winter, when the snow blanketed everything in a serene, white silence. The first night was peaceful. The friends sat around the fire, laughing, sharing stories, and enjoying the isolation. The only sounds were the crackling fire and the occasional rustle of wind through the trees. But by the second night, something felt different.
It's probably just the wind.
Mark said, leaning back in his chair and taking a sip from his flask.
Nothing to worry about.
That didn't sound like the wind.
She furrowed her brow, glancing nervously toward the dark line of trees.
It sounded off, like it was calling for something.
Maybe it's just an animal. There are wolves around here.
Wolves don't howl like that. I've heard them before. That wasn't normal.
The group fell silent, their laughter gone, replaced by an unease that hung in the cold air. They went to bed, but none of them slept well. Jamie later admitted she'd heard faint whispers outside her tent that night, though she didn't dare unzip it to look. The next morning, the group woke to find massive footprints around their campsite. They were long, thin, and ended in claw-like shapes.
This isn't right.
He crouched down, examining the tracks with wide eyes.
What the hell could have made these?
It's not like any animal I've ever seen. Look at the shape. They're not even paws. Those are claws.
Maybe it's a bear. Just a really messed up one.
Mark's voice lacked conviction,
It's probably a bear with some kind of deformity. That's all.
but even he didn't seem convinced. As they packed up to leave, a local guide appeared, hiking through the area. The group showed him the tracks and described the strange howl. His face turned pale.
You need to leave, now.
What? Why?
Mark asked, his eyebrows furrowed in confusion.
It's just a bear or something.
The guide didn't answer right away. He looked around, his eyes darting toward the trees, as if expecting something to emerge from the shadows.
That's not a bear, and it's not something you want to meet.
The group exchanged nervous glances.
What are you talking about?
That's the Wendigo.
He spoke the name like it carried a weight.
If you stay here, you'll either disappear or worse, become like it.
The Wendigo? That's just a legend, right?
No, it's real. I've heard the stories. People who've seen it, they don't come back. And if they do, they're never the same. It feeds on hunger. Hunger for flesh, for warmth, for life. You need to leave. Now.
Terrified, the group quickly packed their gear and hiked out. As they made their way through the dense snow-covered trees, a chilling feeling crept over them. It felt as if something was following them, staying just out of sight, watching their every move.
Do you feel that? Like we're being watched?
It's just your imagination. You're freaking yourself out.
But even Mark couldn't shake the feeling. They moved faster, but the sounds of the forest seemed to grow louder, closer. The wind howled like a warning, and the trees seemed to sway, their branches creaking under an unseen weight. Even after they returned home, the nightmare didn't end. Sarah and Jamie both claimed to hear that strange, distorted howl in their dreams, waking up drenched in sweat. Alex, the most shaken of them all, refused to talk about the trip altogether, his face pale whenever the subject came up.
It wasn't just a dream. It felt real. Like it was right behind me, watching me.
I know. I still hear the howls. Every time I close my eyes,
To this day, the group wonders what might have happened if they had stayed another night. Was it really the Wendigo watching them from the woods? Or was it just their imagination playing tricks in the isolation of the wilderness? Whatever the truth, they've vowed never to return to those woods again. The Wendigo's warning still echoes in their minds, a chilling reminder of the hunger that prowls in the darkness. So, what do you think? Was it truly the Wendigo stalking them through the snowy woods? Or was it just their minds playing tricks on them in the isolation of the wilderness? We may never know the truth, but one thing is certain: there are some places best left unexplored. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from the darker side of reality. And if you have your own encounters with the strange or the supernatural, leave them in the comments below. You might just hear your story in the next episode. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and remember, not all mysteries are meant to be solved. Goodbye.